Greetings, Internet. Thinker2112 here with
AnniexoHoshi
and Roxanne.
It is 1900 hours Eastern Daylight Time on Saturday, the 21st of March, 2015. Yes, the year is 2015. Let's play Final Fantasy X-2. My brain can't anymore. Thing. Okay, so...
You're very caught-y, but
Yes. So yeah, these jerks have been making me run in terror for several times, and I decided enough is enough. I'm gonna beat one of these assholes.
I remember when this was just like a boss in 10, and then it's like an enemy now in X-2.
Yeah, the really annoying thing is that it's like standard attack sets your HP to 1, whoever it hits.
Always in plan B.
that's annoying.
But fortunately, Yuna rolled well on her attack, and I mean that literally.
Oh, well that wasn't hard to kill.
Exactly, like I said, Yuna rolled well on her attack.
Okay, so you just got... okay.
It was 2 dice, and she got 11.
Still has the same death animation, which is really cool.
Yeah, oh, I should also mention something good that happened. So when Comcast jacked up my service rate, I basically said you're charging me more for service this crappy, so they sent somebody in, and it turned out that number one, they had my modem set to, like, they had it limited to a level that was below what I was actually paying for, and number two, they had it on a particularly crowded channel, so they fixed those things, and now my internet speed is a lot better.
Wait, they can actually limit your speed via the modem?
Yes.
Huh. It's good to see that it's back to working.
What you talk about?
Yes.
Effortless.
You want to catch a lot of chocobos, and I show why in this session, because what you want to do with them doesn't always work with everyone. And
it's something I never really bothered with the chocobos.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you do that you can do with them that does earn you story completion, and other stuff that doesn't, but will get you other cool stuff.
So is it actually required for the 100%?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And when I say something's required for 100%, just a quick reminder, when I say that, it means it's required for the single playthrough 100%.
Oh.
If you play through the game multiple times, then there's more than 100% worth of story completion available, so you don't have to do everything.
Oh yeah, because I know like on my second or third playthrough, I got like 99% because like I missed the one thing, which was like selling the tickets to people. God, that was annoying.
Oh, the thing early in the game when you're in the Moogle suit?
No, like there's a point where you have to go around and like
oh, the sales
like
pitches for the company
or something.
Oh, Toble's thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That quest is a fuck you to the player, because there's no way to know what prices people will take, and so the only way to be sure that you're going to sell it to someone is to sell it at a really low price and take a loss.
Yeah.
Because if you miss even one, then you don't get credit.
Yeah, I know, and that's what kept me from getting 100%.
Yeah, it helps if you're doing multiple playthroughs. It helps if you choose when you're making the choice at the beginning of Chapter 2 to do one thing one time and then the other thing the next time. A Youth League versus New Yevon, who to give the sphere.
Yeah.
So, what I'm doing now is I am going to the travel agency at Lake Macalania. So, I killed another one of these jerks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't played this in ages, so I'm not. It's gonna take me a bit to catch up on following it.
Yeah, so Awaka's debt is paid, so if it is not paid, then you should not go to that travel agency before it is paid.
Because after that point, it kind of cuts it off from being able to do it.
Yeah, like the Albed will. I think at that point the Albed will stay in control of the agency, which means that you lose story completion points, and also if you do. Oh yeah, here was an oversold flan, which was why I showed that I beat it. If Awaka is in charge, then in Chapter 5 he will sell pretty good stuff for cheap. At least he'll sell it for cheap to you.
Yeah, no, I know. I think it's like more than half less than what it gets charged normally.
Yeah,
it's like
probably.
Ridiculously good. Yeah, I need to pick up this game again because I have the X-2, the HD version that they remade out for the PS3. And, I still haven't actually finished that one yet. I started playing it, got to I think I'm at level 20 at most. I haven't gotten very far in it at all.
Well, this game is one that you can play it in 20 or 30 hours, or you can do what I'm going to do and play it in 90 or 100 hours.
Oh yeah, if you want that full completion.
You need to pay for all of the hours.
Yeah. So something that started happening, or maybe it was just that I started noticing it. The load times became a lot longer, so I actually edited some of those down because they were so long.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this stuff altogether was more than 3.5 hours, and I've edited it to 2 hours, 17 minutes and change.
That's good, at least.
I feel like maybe there was more stuff I should have cut, like running around on the Calm Lands, but that part doesn't really take that long.
Yeah, Calm Lands is nice though. It's one of my favorite places in the actual X series. It's just it's really pretty, to be honest. That and this forest, this area at least.
Yeah. So here, in the spot where you powered up your celestial weapons, all you get is a crappy accessory.
Yep.
Oh well.
Little sad.
Bad dad.
Do they even have immensely powerful weapons in this game, like the celestial weapons?
In this game, you don't even equip weapons. The weapon just comes with the Dressphere.
That was something. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, I know.
You wear your weapon.
Yeah, pretty much. But God, do you have any of the super ones?
The super what's?
The super Dressphere upgrade things. The one where if you shift through all of them, you can activate the super Dresspheres.
Oh yeah, I have all 3 of them. I haven't actually used any of them yet.
The fact that it's underwater doesn't
there's one quest in particular where there's no particular reason why it's at that quest, but it's just the way I play through the game that I tend to level up those Dresspheres, get the abilities while I'm doing that quest.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so you have to win 6 battles in a row here. You don't get any chance to do anything in between them. The only option you get is continue or run away.
That's why it's good you have an Alchemist then.
Yes. She can pull mega potions out of her ass.
Yes. That was the exact thing I love the Alchemist for, just heals.
Exactly.
That is very, very, very useful.
Yes, and ethers, which means that I really don't have to care about how much MP I'm using.
I know one of the ways I played majorly was full out just damage out the ass. I had just straight up a Black Mage, a Warrior, and I think some sort of damage support for the third one, so I could just kill stuff really fast.
What I'm generally doing is I'm playing in such a way as to maximize AP gain per battle. I mean, I should say maximize AP gain while still actually doing damage.
Yeah.
The game tells you at the beginning how many battles there are. It says there are 6 battles, but it won't tell you at any later point how many you've already done. So you have to keep track of that part yourself.
Don't need to keep track of it. You just know you're gonna win anyway.
True, but if you want to know how much longer you have to go. Ow, that thing hurt.
Oh god, yeah. I saw that. Jesus. That Chimeras. Don't you love them?
Yeah, in this game, I keep expecting them to have some sort of blue bullet ability, but they don't, because I feel like I think it's Aqua Breath that's usually blue magic, and in this game it isn't, and it always disappoints me when I remember.
Oh yeah.
I wish they'd bring back Shockwave Pulsar for some game, but I guess that was an FF8 only thing.
Unless they make FF8 too.
You have the option to flee between the fights?
Yes, you do.
If you do that, do you have to start them all over again?
My assumption would be if you do that, then you fail the mission. But I don't know.
So can you actually just straight up fail this mission?
Well, yeah, I guess you can.
Completely not redoable?
Yeah, there are some things in the game that are not redoable.
I figured I knew somewhere, but...
Well, like the thing that you mentioned earlier, the Tobley ticket thingy.
Yeah.
Did you mention that one on the recording or before? I forget.
That was on the recording while you were running around.
Okay.
I mean, you seem to be doing pretty fine so far as the fights go.
I am over-leveled.
Okay.
Because I'm doing everything.
Alright, well that's how I played Final Fantasy X. I over-leveled out the ass because I hated dealing with Seymour.
I'm stuck with him at the moment in the mountain.
Oh god, yeah, that's...
Seymour Flux?
Yeah, that's the worst one because he'll inflict the zombie status on you and then cast life.
Oh, and at that point you don't really have any way to deal with zombie.
Just the best way of dealing with him is go ahead and before the battle get all your Aeons to overdrive full and just summon them one after another and use their overdrives.
I'll try that next time I play it.
Yeah, that was my solution towards unbeatable fights. Aeon overdrive, and that usually took care of them.
So,
except for the battle with Menace.
Well, that one is there's some stuff in a game that you could call fake difficulty, but that battle I think is real difficulty. I think that one is designed well. It's hard, but it's not cheap.
Yeah, but there's always the hated thing about you can't skip this cutscene before it.
There is no excuse for that kind of game design. I mean, there are still some things that game designers do regularly, probably without even thinking, that there's just no excuse for it because it doesn't really add anything to the gameplay and it just frustrates people. You'd think that, and I think, a lot of times when I'm at work, I will, just put on YouTube videos of video game music and listen to it because it makes good background music.
Oh yeah.
And when I look at the comments, if it's an old game, everyone will be saying something to the effect of, they don't make these things like they used to. And I mean, I disagree with that statement. I think generally video game developers have gotten better at what they do over time. But there are just these few things that I'm like, why can't you break that habit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I know you had that trouble with Okami with the unskippable cutscenes. I think it was in the first fight with Orochimaru.
Oh yeah, and you
had to do that slashing thing and you couldn't skip it.
Yeah. Well, that was
ouch.
that thing was a Yes, well, I used it soon. I intended to use it on somebody else who happened to be dead before I used it.
But it was really disappointing to me because when they did the Final Fantasy X remake for the PS3, like that was one of the main things everybody complained about was the unskippable cutscenes, but they still didn't fix that in the remake.